I much prefer single coil pickups rather than humbuckers, and while I gotta admit this isn't really my favorite neck pickup, this bridge pickup is goddamn amazing. I didn't even do any research when it came to this guitar and the pickups that it came with, so I had to go all the way back into old specs of Guitar Center to check out the original pickups. So I then told Rui, who makes pickups for his guitars and also for other brands, can even buy some pickups on his website, that I would be wanting him to try his best not to clone these pickups necessarily, because I knew it wouldn't be easy to take a 6-string pickup and make it exactly the same for a 7-string guitar, and I think we got pretty close to the vibes of what I was going for. I forgot to say real quick that even though I took my telly for Rui to try at his workshop, so he could be getting a taste of the vibe of the pickup he was going to try and emulate, not just through my playing and my videos and songs, but also through his own rig and through his own hands. He did get pretty close to the vibes and the character, and I was happy with the sound of it, but when I got home and tried it with my own gear, I kind of felt like the bridge pickup didn't have as much output as my telly did, and I was having to boost the signal so both guitars would match. And later on I told him that just as an update to the guitar, to which he didn't even hesitate when it came to him telling me that he would just rewind another pickup for me. And because he had already done so much for me, not only professionally but personally, I didn't really want to impose that on him, because I could just kind of like grab a booster pedal or something like that. But he insisted, again in a very straightforward and no fuss way, that this would be my custom guitar suited for my needs, and if I needed a pickup that was a little bit hotter, then he would just wind me a pickup with the same characteristics and same vibes to the sound, but just a little hotter. I offered to pay for his services, but he insisted that he didn't want to be charged for something that just made sense to correct in order to suit my needs in the first place. And I'm sure that under an hour, perhaps even 45 minutes, we had already went through the whole process of taking the old pickup out, taking it out of the cover, removing the wire bobbin and rewire it to suit our needs, putting it back into the guitar, reconnecting it to the electronics, and when we tested it back, the goals were immediately met. And sure, I'll admit that I haven't worked this closely with other luthiers before to know if this is just common practice, but I don't think I'd be that far off to assume that a lot of luthiers wouldn't have gone through all that trouble, because after the pickup is done, the pickup is done. But let me know if you've had any of these experiences, and I hope this of course shines a light on the degree of professionalism that Rui carries in his day-to-day work and work ethic. The pickups do look like P90s, but it's just as an aesthetic choice. It's actually more like a bridge telly pickup, surprise surprise. The neck pickup is more like a Strat neck pickup inspired. The pickup covers are non-standard as well, because if you think about it, the pull pieces of the pickups should always match the string spacing, so they were made custom and specifically for this guitar and this guitar's measurements. Originally my idea was to make it the same color as the reveal binding, which is kind of the same color as the back, and it was another one of those things where we was like, listen, if you want me to make it for you that way, I can. It's not really a big deal, but the rosewood ones are going to be way more resistant, way more stable, so I ended up leaving them like this, which is a more premium spec and matches the neck and fretboard, and I've grown quite used to it, to be honest. While for the more bluesy and country style of guitar playing, having the tone at 100% on the bridge pickup can sound cool. I always like my bridge pickup single coils to be at like 75% of the way through when it comes to the tone knob, but because this is a master tone that affects both pickups at the same time, I actually switched out this tone pot for a push-pull pot, where it only affects the neck pickup when it's pulled up, which makes it so that I can have my bridge pickup at the tone position that I prefer, but then my middle position and my neck position still sound bright and quacky. And while that is a good solution, which would already make any guitar pretty much very close to this one, I thought we could do something different that is a little bit more versatile. So I went for independent volumes and tones for each pickup. It is still positioned in a way where if I have the guitar in playing position, I can very easily get to each volume knob very quickly and not really hit any of the other ones by mistake, but if I want to access both of them at the same time, I can still do it quite easily. And obviously the same thing for the tone knobs. And I wanted to try something different with the wiring and pickup selector positions, because usually with a telly style guitar with just two pickups, you have the bridge, you have the neck, and then you have in the middle both pickups at the same time. Sometimes you see tellies with the 4-position wiring mod, where you get an extra position where it's still both pickups, but instead of them being in parallel like it usually gives you that more quacky sound, they do them in series, which gives you a little bit more of a thicker sound. And while that's cool, I'm all about versatility and trying to have as many tones in the guitar as possible, so I came to Rui with this diagram that we tried out on this telly, and it actually worked pretty cool, where we could have a 5-position switch on a regular telly guitar with just 2 pickups, and other than the 3 main telly positions, we would get that 4th one with both pickups in series, but I wanted to add an extra position with both pickups out of phase, giving you that more nasally quality to the sound. And while there were a couple of diagrams for a regular telly layout with a master volume and a master tone, it wasn't exactly super easy to do the same wiring in a guitar with a separate bridge and neck volumes, so we actually had to work a little bit harder on the electronics part of it. Well, I say we, but I just insisted on that wiring, while Rui and Eduardo, one of his collaborators when it comes to the more electronics part of the brand, actually were the ones to figure it out. So let's check out my custom Rui Silva 7-string guitar with a telly pickup layout, but with 5 positions. Bridge, both pickups out of phase, both pickups in parallel, both pickups in series, and then just the neck position. Thank you for watching this video. This is just a section of of the bigger video of the review/demo of my custom Rui Silva guitar. If you'd like to learn more about it, please click the full video, and consider leaving a like, comment, subscribe, follow, and stay tuned for more.